Hey guys, welcome to Chef Shawn's house. Tonight we're going to make chicken cacciatore and homemade pasta. So let's get started. First we're going to do chicken with any kind of chicken with bone in it. So I'm using chicken drumsticks with the back attached. We're going to boil them first because we want that chicken broth, and then we're going to finish off these whole pieces of chicken in the oven because I want to broil them. And we want to boil our sausage because this is going to go into the... We're going to go ahead and make our pasta. It's homemade pasta. Come on, check it out. Alright, so we got a cup of flour here, and we're going to season it with just some Italian herbs. A little bit of oregano. I don't like my pasta to be bland. A little bit of garlic powder. Touch of salt and a touch of pepper. So then we get all that stirred in together. And then what we're going to want to do is create like a little well. See that? Nice. Grab an egg. And then what you're going to want to do is just fold it into the egg, the flour. And eventually that yolk will break. And we want to take about 3 tablespoons of oil. It can be olive oil, cooking vegetable oil. Hold that in. So we're getting it into a ball. So once we start getting it into this ball, you want to knead it a bit, but you don't want to over knead it. That'll make the pasta tough. Need a little bit of water. It's not vodka. So as you can see, it's turning into a ball. Alright, so we're going to let that sit for about a half an hour, room temperature. This is all the ingredients. So we got pearl onions, garlic, red and green bell peppers, mushrooms, cherry tomatoes, diced tomatoes, tomato paste, my homegrown basil, zucchini. That's a glass. I'm going to show you how to use that to roll out the pasta. Let's mince some garlic. So we got 3 peeled garlic cloves. So you want to chop them up as thin as possible. Don't cut your fingers. Then you want to take a little bit of salt, sprinkle it over it, and what that does is it releases the oils in the garlic, and it makes it that much easier to mince it. So I'll do another fine chop. And take the edge of the blade and dig it into it. It's a rocking motion. As you can see, it's starting to mince. That's my dog drinking water out of the dish. Alright, good enough. So that spicy Italian sausage that I boiled earlier on, I chilled it, threw it onto the cutting board, diced it up. Nope. So that spicy Italian sausage that I boiled earlier on, fuck, I'm an idiot. Now I'm frying the spicy Italian sausage. Hey, so I took that spicy Italian sausage, I boiled it. The reason why I did that is because it makes it easier to cut. Then I am going to fry it for 2 reasons, because I want color and I also want texture. So let's get started. Alright, so our chicken is boiled for about half an hour. It's given enough time to cook it and to give us a nice broth. We don't want to overcook it because then it'll fall off the bone. We still want that chicken to have a nice crisp look to it. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it out of the oven. Nope, we're going to, fuck. Alright, so our chicken is fully cooked. It's been boiled. What we're going to do is we're going to throw it into the oven now at 350 that it's been preheated because we want to get some nice crisp can't even talk. So we're going to take the boiled chicken and throw it into the oven at 350. Alright, now we're ready to start adding some of the ingredients into the... Fuck. Alright, now we're... No, that's gay. Alright, now we're ready to start adding some ingredients into the pot. We're going to start with diced tomatoes because we want those to cook right down and actually turn into the sauce. And because we've reduced our water here a little bit, we're going to add some chicken broth. You can just get in the store. About a cup. Stir that up. And let's go ahead and season this. Oregano. About a teaspoon each. Italian seasoning. And a little bit of garlic. Bring that back to a boil. All right, now that we're waiting for those tomatoes to cook down, we're going to get into making our pasta. I'm going to show you how to roll it out and cut it. All right, well, we're going to make our pasta here, and I'm going to show you what to do. We only need 2 really household items. Well, most people might not have a pizza cutter, but everybody has a glass. You can use a knife, whatever. Here's our dough. Alright, so here's our dough that was resting for about a half an hour at room temperature, covered. Now we're going to cut it into pieces and start rolling it out into pasta. Okay, so take a little bit of flour so the pasta doesn't stick to the board. Roll the ball in the flour. And we're going to cut them into little thin strips because we want to roll this out super thin because they actually plump up in the water. So if you think they're really thin, when you roll them out and they're not paper thin, then they'll be big balls of shit. So roll them into little balls. So now we have all our little individual pasta balls rolled out, or the dough rolled out. And now we're going to roll them out into as flat as sheets as we possibly can get, using a common cup or glass. Flour the edge. Flip it. You want it almost see-through. So you'll get nice texture. See that? Paper thin. Now, we're going to clean it up a little bit. So these are scraps. And we're going to go about a 1/4 inch thick. There. Individual pasta. What we're going to want to use is a plate with parchment paper on it, so that when you put your pasta on there, it doesn't stick to the plate. You'll be able to easily pull it off. Let's do the rest. Is that my sous chef help me out? And there you have it. Homemade pasta. Made in 30 minutes. Toss it around so it doesn't stick together. That's what we're going to do. And then we'll throw it in the pot in a little bit and cook it and eat it. Alright. Alright, now that our pasta's finished and it's ready to go into the pot, we can throw all the vegetables into the big pot. Because I can pot like 4 times. Alright, now that we got our homemade pasta made, we're ready to throw everything else into the pot and start eating. Alright, now that we got our pasta made, we can get everything into the pot and get this fucking show on the road. Alright, now that our pasta's made, let's throw all the vegetables into the pot and start getting this stew rolling. So as you can see, those tomatoes broke right down. They're basically a part of the sauce, or the broth, I guess you would call it. And we're going to throw basically everything into the pot now, except the cherry tomatoes. So we got sausage, red and green bell peppers, mushrooms, pearl onions, zucchini, minced garlic, and a handful of fresh parsley. Stir that up. Put the lid back on. Let it simmer. All right, let's check on that chicken. Ooh, that looks good. So we're gonna throw it back in, and then we're gonna throw it to broil. For 20 minutes. All right, let's check on our stew. Oh. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add that tomato paste because we want to thicken this right up. So it's just standard tomato paste. And stir it in gently because you don't want to hurt those. You don't want to break up the vegetables. Look at that. Alright, so what we're going to do now is add our cherry tomatoes, because we don't want those cooked too much. We want them still have a nice bite to them. And for the rest of the duration of this cooking process, we're going to leave the lid off, because that will thicken up the soup a bit. Alright, we're back. Nope. Alright, so everything's just about wrapped up. But I wanted to point out that you always want to taste your food, so like soups or whatever, as you go. You don't want to be tasting them right as you plate them, right? Because it might need a little bit of seasoning in that. So Taste it. Pretty good. Could use a couple things. A little bit more salt. And actually, either sugar or maple syrup, whatever. I want a little bit of sweetener in here because it is a little bit acidic. Just like a half a tablespoon or a pinch of sugar. Stir it in. We're good to go. Let's check on that chicken. Ooh. That looks pretty good. Oh yeah. Little trick I'm gonna do. Just want to show you a trick. Either use butter or a little bit of oil. I want to just drizzle a little bit of oil on top of that chicken. It'll help brown it. And that's what you want for presentation. And you put it back in the oven. Throw it on broil again. Alright, we're ready for the pasta. So you need two things. You need salt. Season your water heavily. That gives it some flavor. And oil. About 2 tablespoons of oil. Get a spoon. And this is going to take literally 1 minute. There's that pasta. Throw it in individually. Once it floats, it's done. Alright, so the pasta's ready. We want to strain it. You don't want to rinse it. You want that starch. Throw it back in the pot. Take a little bit of the broth. Throw it in there and mix it up. That'll help it stick, and it'll also give it a nice flavor. Ready to go. I'm going to take a little fresh parsley, throw it in that pasta and stir it up. It'll give us a nice color. Alright, we're ready to plate this up. So first, take your pasta, center the plate. It's all about presentation. Then you want to ladle in some of this beautiful over top. Get a couple more sausages in there. Then take a nice piece of chicken, lay it right on top, and just a little bit of sauce over top of that chicken. And finally, take a little bit more fresh parsley, but get yourself some fresh basil. And this is I just grow myself, so I'm just going to pluck it and just sprinkle that all over the place. There you have it. Nope. And we're going to have a little bit of Parmesan. There we go. Chicken cacciatore with homemade fresh pasta. It only took 4 hours. See you guys next time. Thanks a lot.